Hi, I'm Alana. Welcome to another video. In today's video, we're doing a get ready with me for church. So today I want to talk about the internet's latest bad boy crush, a man named Luigi Mangione. So if you are not yet across this, let me explain to you what happened. So Luigi Mangione is a 26-year-old Italian man who lives in New York, and he comes from a wealthy Italian family, and he has an Ivy League education, I think in software engineering. And on the 4th of December, Luigi Mangione, allegedly, he shot and killed the CEO of United Healthcare in New York. And so United Healthcare is like a health insurance company. And on the shell casings from the scene, it said, like, he had written on the shell casings at the murder scene, deny, defend, depose. So since this has happened, basically the whole internet has like rallied around Mr. Mangione, and everyone is obsessed. And so a few things are clear so far. The first thing that is clear about this case is that Mr. Mangione thinks his life is a movie. That much is clear. So very dramatic shooting. It was clearly like meticulously planned and premeditated. And so the internet has since dug up like basically all of his like social media tweets, every photo of him ever, and his social media has been taken down. But the police also found a manifesto. So he wrote a manifesto. I haven't read the manifesto, but he wrote a manifesto. And so he was arrested 5 days after the shooting, and he's currently being held in a New York prison. And just since the murder on the 4th of December, basically the whole internet has rallied around him. Like, people are making free Luigi t-shirts and reels, and there are so many fan accounts. Like, there are already so many fan accounts for this man because he's being hailed a hero. Because basically, like, so Luigi had back pain. Apparently he had like really bad back pain, and so I'm guessing there's some kind of connection between his back pain and why he killed the CEO of United Healthcare. It all seems a bit dramatic to me, but that's really all I know about, well, so far, about why he killed the CEO of United Healthcare. But so few things are clear. First thing, Luigi thinks his life is a movie. Second thing that is clear is that these Ivy League educated men, they're being taught by the best of the best, and they're being taught economics, and they're being taught philosophy, and they're being taught business, but they are not being taught that you can't kill people. So that is a gap in the system. And so I read a few of Luigi Mangione's tweets on Twitter, on X, and so last night I listened to an interview on Soft White Underbelly with a schizophrenic man named Chris. And may I just say, the tweets that I read of Luigi Mangione's tweets on X sound crazier than the schizophrenic man who I listened to last night. So yeah, so basically the whole world has rallied around this man. People are saving, like, someone's created a GoFundMe to help him pay for his lawyer. This man does not need a GoFundMe. Do not donate to Luigi Mangione. He comes from a very wealthy family. He doesn't need a GoFundMe. But I saw that the GoFundMe has already raised about $30,000 for him, which is ridiculous. Because also, let me just say, imagine how different the response would have been if he had have been black or transgender. Just imagine how different the response would have been. Because if this man, oh, he's also very handsome. And I think that's relevant because if this man had have been like black or transgender, I really feel like that would have made a huge difference in the response to this murder. And may I also just say, this man, the CEO of United Healthcare, who he killed, he is a father of 2 children. Well, he was a father, so he has 2 children. He has 2 children. So, yeah. So at the moment, Luigi is being held in a New York prison, New York jail rather, and he has just retained a very high-profile defense lawyer. But the reason people are hailing him a hero is because, well, supposedly because he, like a lot of people, are unhappy with their insurance, with their health insurance. And so that's supposedly why people are hailing him a hero, because like, yeah, right, deny, defend, oppose. Woo, this guy's a hero because like health insurance can be really tricky business. So that's why supposedly people are hailing him a hero, because like, yeah, I hate my health insurance too. We should be allowed to kill everyone. But I think the real reason might be because he is just very handsome, unfortunately. But it will be interesting to see what happens with this case. And yeah, so last night, like I said, I was listening to an interview with a schizophrenic man named Chris on Soft White Underbelly. And it was such an interesting interview. Like he said that he burned down a house because he received telepathic messages that there was a girl inside being raped, and she like telepathically communicated with him like, burn down this house so that you can like, so that I can get away from all these men who are raping me. And so he burnt down the house, but then he found out that there actually was no girl and there were no men inside it. It was just his schizophrenia. But and then he spent some time in prison. But he was talking about how like he often receives messages from like telepathic communications from other people. Like once he met this man, and this man like telepathically communicated to him that he was deaf, and he was like, oh well, that makes a lot of sense, like because I thought that you seemed like you were deaf. And also that cars can like telepathically communicate with him, and also that he was like afraid to touch his phone because the voices told him, don't touch your phone because it interferes with like your magic, and like if you touch your phone then you're putting your magic into the phone. And but he seemed like an otherwise sensible person. He did seem more sensible in a lot of ways than a lot of Luigi Mangione's tweets on X. So I will say that. But he said at one point, this schizophrenic man Chris, he said that he was 29 when he became schizophrenic. And Mark was like, oh wow, that's really late to become schizophrenic. And he said, yeah, I know. And then I listened to that and I thought like, oh my gosh, he was 29 when he went mad. What if I go mad? And then I remembered that I already went mad. And so that was a tremendous relief. And then I listened to an interview with a man named Eric who grew up without a father. And he said that he was working as a labourer with another man, and the man was like, wow, you're really like tall and handsome, because he's like a 6'3" black man. And he said, do you mind if I take some photos of you? And he was like, yeah, of course. And so he dressed up as a policeman and he dressed up as a fireman, and the man took photos of him. And then like a few weeks later, the man said to him, oh, guess what? You made the cover. And he showed them that he made the cover of a magazine, and he was like, oh my gosh. And he like showed everyone, his friends and family, because he'd never like achieved anything before, so he was really proud. And he was like, what kind of magazine is it? And he said, it's a gay magazine. And he was like, oh, okay. But still like okay with it, because like I said, he'd never achieved anything before, so he was just like really proud and like handing out these gay magazine to all his friends and family. And then the same friend said like, do you want to do a couple of movies? And he was like, what? Like, okay. And so he did one movie. It turned out to be porn. And he did one movie, and it was a gangbang scene. And so he did one movie that was a gangbang scene, and he didn't get paid for it, because the man explained afterwards, like, no, the first movie is just to like get you used to like doing movies, so you don't get paid for the first one. And then he did another one, and he didn't get paid for this one either, so he did 2 gangbang movies without getting paid. And then after that he was like, I'm putting my foot down, I'm not doing any more gangbang movies for free. And so yeah, and then I fell asleep, so I didn't hear the rest of the story. But that's what I've been listening to lately on Soft White Underbelly. So thank you for getting ready with me for church today. You're beautiful. You're perfect. I love you. God bless you. If you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.